I am a woman phenomenally. I am a phenomenal woman.
It's prime time just across our country. There's a lot of women moving into upper leadership positions.
We start to make improvements. We need to make certain we're having conversations about what's being done and what it's going to take to get more done.
I cannot say in walking in here in 1985 as a volunteer because I had a calling to be a nurse that I thought I would ever end up in the president's suite.
Diane Hupp is the first female president and nurse at UPMC Children's Hospital in Pittsburgh. She started her journey 36 years ago as a volunteer and then worked her way up.
I have very fond memories from my years here of taking care of children at the bedside.
She's held the position of Chief Nursing Officer and Vice President of Patient Care Services. She's also led the hospital's COVID-19 response and vaccination clinics.
They see me as a woman of integrity, and when I say something, I mean it, and that I will continue to role model well.
About 80% of the healthcare workforce is made up of women, but less than 20% hold key leadership roles, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics.
And now in my role as president, I believe I'll have a great influence. I'll continue to advocate and I'll continue to partner. And probably most of all, what a new president needs to do is listen and learn.
Diane Hupp's long, fulfilling journey to the top demonstrates her passion to help others, especially the kids at UPMC Children's Hospital.
People matter, leadership matters, and first and foremost, taking care of these dear children and their families matters most.
Breaking glass ceilings in the medical field and a barrier breaking in another field. Maya Angelou. She rose to fame in 1969 for her publication of I Know Why the Cage Bird Sings.
I used to think I was a writer who could teach, but I found out I'm a teacher who can write. I am a teacher, mainly that.
Angelou was an American author, poet, and civil rights activist. And in 2022, the U.S. Mint's American Women Quarters program began shipping quarters featuring her image.
For Maya Angelou, we shipped 47 million of her coins out to the Federal Reserve.
The program will feature 20 women over the next 4 years, honoring their achievements in shaping the nation's history. In 2022, the quarters will feature Dr. Sally Ride, Wilma Mankiller, Nina Atara Warren, and Anna Mae Wong.
They've seen her at the White House with former President Obama. They've seen her as a social activist and speaking out on issues.
Angelou died at the age of 86 in 2014. The quarter image is inspired by her poetry. Angelou has her arms outstretched with a bird flying behind her and a rising sun.
You may bury me in the bottom of Manhattan. I will rise. My people will get me. I will rise.
In New Orleans, these are the officers who continue to rise into leadership positions serving the 4th District of Algiers. The national average for sworn women police officers is about 13%.
When I came on the job, there were very few ladies in leadership. And to now, 20 years later, to have this many women in leadership is remarkable for me.
As they blaze this path, they're faced with bias in the ranks.
It's always a challenge because I'm petite. So it's always like, you sure you want to do that? You sure you can handle yourself? And I'm saying for 19 and a half years, yes, I can.
And the disparity in the police force is also seen in Pennsylvania. Brandy Stewart was the first African-American woman to become a Newcastle police officer, making her one of 5 in the department.
I still have the same drive that I had whenever I first started, and I like it.
Stewart credits her drive to make a difference in her community, especially when protests broke out in Newcastle after a teenager was murdered.
I wanted to be there, you know what I mean? I sat in the heat, I listened, I took in and I learned how people actually feel, although I am one of them.
And Stewart wants to inspire others like her to join the force.
I wish more that would get into this type of career. It's a great career to be in. It can be hard, but we need more. We need more minorities, we need more females, we need more African Americans.
When there's a woman, there's a way, and Stacey Abrams embodies that with a reputation for getting souls to the polls.
It's about our voices. Say our voices. It's about our votes. Say our votes.
A lawyer, author, political leader, a voting rights activist, Abrams is running for the second time for the governor's seat in Georgia.
My responsibility is to ensure that every eligible voter is able to cast their ballot. I did that as a private citizen, and I will do that as a candidate.
She launched Fair Fight, an initiative to ensure every American has a voice in the U.S. election system, funding and training voter protection teams in 20 battleground states.
Voting is a sacred obligation because it is the way that in the secular world we shape the world we live in.
Abrams was the first Black woman to become a gubernatorial nominee for a major party in the United States, and she was the first Black woman and first Georgian to deliver a response to the State of the Union. Women are shaping history, from the business world to arts, law, and politics. And looking to the future, there's still much work to do, but their efforts are sparking change.